I believe in the power of kindness. Ooh, I believe in the power of love. Ooh, I believe in the power of kindness. Ooh, I believe in the power of love. We don't know what's coming, but we can help shape what's ahead. Kindness as our currency, the commonwealth is in our hands. So give a little, all, give a lot, don't stop. A helping hand makes the world go round. There's more than enough. Ooh, I believe in the power of kindness. Ooh, I believe in the power of love. Power of love. Ooh, I believe in the power of kindness. Kindness. Ooh, I believe in the power of love. Look up now, people, but keep your ear to the ground. We are the river flowing, generosity abound. So give a little, all, give a lot, don't stop. A helping hand makes the world go round. There's more than enough. Ooh, I believe in the power of kindness. Ooh, I believe in the power of love. Power of love. Ooh, I believe in the power of kindness. Kindness. Ooh, I believe in the power of love. Honeybees serve sweetness only to help the world bloom. Bringing love to the flower, from the flower to the fruit. We can learn a thing or two. So give a little, all, give a lot, don't stop. A helping hand makes the world go round. There's more than enough. Ooh, I believe in the power of kindness. Ooh, I believe in the power of love. Power of love. Ooh, I believe in the power of kindness. Kindness. Ooh, I believe in the power of love. We don't know what's coming. We can help shape what's ahead. Kindness as our currency, the commonwealth is in our hands. So give a little, all, give a lot, don't stop. A helping hand makes the world go round. There's more than enough. Ooh, then follow, 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 whoa, whoa. Power of love. Give it away, give it away. Whoa, whoa. Generosity. Whoa, love, love. Ooh, it's free, it's free, it's free, it's free to give and to receive.
Good morning, everyone. How are you doing today? Good? Good. Welcome to the live in-person and live Zoom worship service of the Universalist Unitarian Church of Riverside. Our opening hymn this morning is number 347, Gather the Spirit, from the Gray Hymnal. Feel free to rise or sing as the Spirit moves you. Now, please rise and embody your spirit and join us in singing hymn number 347, Gather the Spirit.
Gather the Spirit, harvest the power. Our separate fires will kindle a flame. Witness the mystery find with body and spirit united once more. Gather in peace, gather in thanks, gather in sympathy now and then. Gather in hope, compassion and strength. Gather to celebrate once again. Gather the spirit growing in all, drawn by the moon, fed by the sun. Winter to spring, summer to fall, the chorus of life resounding as one. Gather in peace, gather in thanks, gather in sympathy now and then. Gather in hope, compassion and strength. Gather to celebrate once again.
Thank you for joining us here in person, and thank you for joining us remotely by Zoom, where we will continue live streaming and posting these services on our YouTube channel for our virtual attendees. I'm Grace Preuss, a member of the Worship Committee, and I will be your worship associate today. Other members of the Worship Committee who make this service possible include Alec Peck, our music coordinator, who is in charge of our sound system today, and Adam Wedeking, who monitors our visual and online connections. We welcome you to join us this morning with an open mind and an open heart, and with muted electronic devices, please. Here in the sanctuary, we come to grow, to be healed, to stretch mind and heart, to question and be challenged and renewed, to be helped in our own continuing struggles for meaning and for love, to help build a world with more justice and understanding, to be counted among the hopers and the doers. As a faith that strives to honor the inherent dignity and worth of every individual, we gather together because we are hopeful for universal justice and civil rights, and we envision and work toward a brighter future for us all. Thank you for joining us here today. Before we move into the service, there are a few announcements we'd like to share. We will mention several websites, email addresses, and phone numbers. At the end of the service, we will leave up a slide with all of this information, and it is also available on our website. Joys and concerns. Sharing joys and concerns is one of the important rituals in our community, an opportunity to share milestones, losses, achievements, and experiences with one another. On the first Sunday of each month, we will hear from those in the sanctuary and read any joys and concerns which we have received. For those of you at home, you can send your joys and concerns throughout the month to uuchurchofriverside@gmail.com. Our next joys and concerns will be on November 2nd. Festival of Lights. We have begun collecting donations for this year's Festival of Lights, our annual holiday fundraiser. Donations can include money, bottles of water, coffee, or canned drinks, and individually wrapped snacks that will be offered to visitors during the festival. We appreciate your support. Please see Kate or Robert for more details. Game night. Game night will be held this month on Thursday, October 23rd. That's the upcoming Thursday at 6 p.m. in the Parish Hall. This is a fun opportunity to laugh, relax, and connect with your fellow UUs. It's a wonderful way to build community and enjoy the spirit of play together. You're welcome to bring a favorite game you'd like to share, or just bring yourself. November 9th, service time change. Please note that our regular service on November 9th has been moved to the day before, Saturday afternoon, November 8th at 4 p.m. due to a special event. If you are willing and able, please join us on Sunday, the 9th, at the Palm Springs Pride Parade. Details will be posted soon. Adam, do you have announcements for the social and environmental justice? Okay, so now we'll call up Adam Wedeking, Chair of the Social Environmental Justice Committee, for some announcements.
First, before our social justice announcements, actually, as board president, I want to remind us all that November 2nd is also the November congregational meeting. So if you're able to, we need all of our members to join. I believe it's at 12. I'm not sure if it's at 12 or 12:30. Is there anybody here who knows? I'm not sure. But after church on November 2nd. So make sure you come. This week, after our service, instead of our regular monthly Social and Environmental Justice Committee meeting, we are partnering with the Interfaith Movement for Human Integrity, and we're going to work on writing some letters and collecting some food for our immigrant neighbors here in Riverside County. Interfaith Movement for Human Integrity is working with TODEC, a local organization that works with immigrant families here, doing legal work and stuff. And so they'll be able to connect the food and the food we collect and the letters we write to people who need it, people who are afraid of leaving their home because of ICE rates and all that. This is a great way for us who are able to, freely come to church without fear, to be able to do something for those who are afraid of leaving their homes and kind of taking part in society the way they should be. So hang out after church, have a little coffee, and then about 11:30 we'll start our event. I'm really happy to have Ipyani Lockert here to do our service, so I'll go ahead and get out of the way.
Thank you, Adam. Our time together is brief, but it is filled with joy. I invite you to turn to those around you, greet them, welcome them, and share that joy. For those of you on Zoom, you can use a Zoom wave gesture or just wave at your camera. You tired. All right. Welcome to all of our visitors today, and welcome back to our old friends. We would love to meet you during coffee hour in the parish hall after the service, where you can also find our visitors tablet. Please leave your name before you leave so that we know you are here, and leave your contact information if you would like updates on church events. There will also be a short discussion after the service to share your reflections with us. For those online, the best way to get added to the mailing list is to email the church office at admin@uuchurchofriverside.org. And now I invite you to sit back and take a slow, deep breath as we move into the worship hour. You are welcome to read with me the mission statement, the covenant of our church. Love is the doctrine of this church. The quest of truth is its sacrament, and service is its prayer. To dwell together in peace, to seek knowledge and freedom, and to live in harmony with all the living creatures and plants of the earth. This do we affirm. We are happy to welcome back today's guest speaker, Ipyani Lockert. Ipyani Lockert is a native of the Inland Empire and is the firstborn son of Eddie and Sonia Lockert. Through his company, Motivational Realizations, he has published a number of works, including his poetry series, I Am Living Dreams, as well as his latest literary offering, Losing Weight. Ipyani seeks to lift the human spirit through creative expression. In this morning's service, we continue studying and acting on the new UUA Congregational Study Action Issue themes of abolition, transformation, and faith formation, striving for universal human dignity, freedom, and peace. Abolition within means breaking the chains upon our hearts, minds, body, and souls in pursuit of purpose, meaning, impact, and fulfillment. Now we have two lightings of sacred flames. The first is a remembrance candle for the indigenous peoples who continue to cry out for justice and self-determination. We remember that we live off the unceded land of several indigenous peoples, including the Cahuilla, the Luiseño, the Serrano, the Tongva, the Cupeño, among others. We light this sacred flame in their remembrance and in recognition of their ongoing struggle for freedom and dignity. Our second sacred flame is for our own chalice, the symbol of our faith. We are blessed with this space and opportunity to strive to live out our common principles, to bring justice, equity, and compassion into our daily lives, to resist all that threatens the earth and her people, and to be part of a world community with peace, liberty, and justice for all. Let these thoughts carry us forth as we journey and worship together. Today's chalice lighting words are Out of the Flames by Sarah Eileen Lawal. Out of the flames of fear, we rise with courage of our deepest convictions to stand for justice, inclusion, and peace. Out of the flames of scrutiny, we rise to proclaim our faith with hope to heal a fractured and hurting world. Out of the flames of doubt, we rise to embrace the mystery, wonder, and awe of all there is and all that is yet to be. Out of the flames of hate, we rise with the force of love, love that celebrates our shared humanity. Thank you, Bill. Our hymn now is number 123, Spirit of Life, from the Gray Hymnal. Feel free to rise or sing as the Spirit moves you. Please rise in body or spirit and join us in singing hymn number 123, Spirit of Life.
I can do this. Okay.
Compassion,
This portion of our service is to support our beloved historical church. This can be accomplished in several ways. In addition to the weekly collection, you may send your checks to the church address, which is shown here. You may contribute by PayPal using the QR code, which is shown here, as well as on the church website and in the newsletter. Stater Brothers Market gives our church a rebate on Stater grocery cards, which we will have in church each Sunday. You get the full value of your purchase, and the church also receives a percentage for free. Please see Robert Brown in the church office if you are interested in purchasing the gift cards. Please donate as the Spirit moves you by whatever method works best for you. Thank you for your generosity. To those who give of their time and their talent, thank you for your generous care and attention. To all of you who have joined us here today, thank you for the gift of your presence. Will our ushers now please come forward to receive the collection? A tote bag will also be passed around to collect food and hygiene items for our local community. Thank you. Our next hymn is number 402, From You I Received from the Gray Hymnal. Feel free to rise or sing as the Spirit moves you. Now, please rise in body or spirit and join us in singing hymn number 402, From You I Received.
From you I receive, to you I give, together we share, and from this we live. From you I receive, to you I give, together we share, and from this we live. From you I receive, to you I give, together we share, and from this we live.
This is a part of the service where we center and ground ourselves in the present moment. We invite you to take a moment to sit back in a comfortable position, relax, and if you wish, gently close your eyes. Our meditation today is by Kate Steinberg. We give thanks that we have been brought together in this beloved place, this holy sanctuary, where we bring ourselves as we are in times of sorrow, in times of joy, in times of confusion, in times of fear, in times of clarity, in times of quiet acceptance. In our efforts to pay closer attention to our inner lives, to each other, and the world around us. May we notice divine essence today, however this essence expresses itself. May we continue to attune to what Reverend Howard Thurman called the sound of the genuine within ourselves. May we become quiet enough and still enough to notice a deep call within us that lures us towards what matters most. This call that lures us towards freedom and purpose. May we continue to cultivate the practice of paying close attention so that more people feel lovingly held in our hurting world. May we meet this moment and all the moments ahead with spaciousness and presence. May we deeply and lovingly witness the person in front of us, the person beside us, and the person within us. Now, let us pause for a moment of silence and reflection. Now, I would like to introduce Ipyani Lockert, speaking to us on abolition within. Ipyani?
Definitely. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I hope all is well. First and foremost, just want to say thank you to each person that chose to bless us with your presence this morning. One thing I always have to do is acknowledge my mother and my father, Eddie and Sonia Lockert. It's no question in my mind, nor in the mind of my brother, that we were raised in a loving environment filled with unconditional love, that we were created in love. I know everyone is not able to have that or knows that kind of environment, but it's something that we can have within this world. But just once again, Mom, thank you. And thank you, Dad. You know, my father transitioned about little over 3 years ago. But what you see in me throughout the community was modeled from the actions of my mother and father. And then I know that a friend in the house as well is recognizing the loss of her father. So just want to say my condolences and God bless you as well, sister. Um, with that being said, you know, thank you to the Social Justice and the UU Church for allowing me to come here and speak today. And it's always an honor and a privilege and a blessing. You know, my father would often say that, you know, I was going to be a pastor, right? And I used to rebuke that, but slowly but surely, I guess he saw something I didn't see, right? Not that I try to choose to speak towards uplifting humanity because that's the commonality. The faith practices that are held in our world, the way people see the world, those are all learned behaviors, you know. So I encourage each person to tap into what resonates within you, which helps you get to your purpose, to shine your brightest light for humanity. With that being said, I'm here to speak about abolition, and just to add some context, throughout the duration of this month, the services have kind of been seen through the lens of abolition. And so it was an honor and privilege to be asked to speak. And what came to me was abolition within, breaking the chains upon the hearts, minds, bodies, and souls in pursuit of purpose, meaning, impact, and fulfillment. I think those are things that we all battle this flesh, battle our mind. Normally, I say our greatest battlefield is that of our own thoughts, right? So if you can overcome your own thoughts and be your best cheerleader instead of your worst enemy, I guarantee you will go far and you will live freer. You will live freer. But with that being said, as my phone closes on me, I'm sorry, I wasn't able to print this stuff out. We tried to, but that was a whole debacle. But I'm here. I would like to look at what the word abolition actually means. It's the action or an act of abolishing a system, practice, or an institution. And then the core part, abolish, abolish, is basically formally putting an end to a system, practice, or institution. And if you look at that word from the Latin, abolere, I'm probably butchering half these words you're going to have me that I'm sharing today. I'm probably going to butcher them, so please don't judge me. Don't send the grammar police after me. All right, but it means, from the Latin, it means to destroy, to rid oneself of or destroy. You know, I wanted to focus in on the heart and the mind and the body and the spirit, right? And I try to look at the different faith beliefs that are held and traditions and practices that are held throughout our community and throughout our world. I want to look at the heart specifically, and I'm looking through the heart through the lens of Buddhism or being a Buddhist. In the Pal Canon, and I'm gonna butcher this, Theravada tradition, this text highlights the heart and mind as the center of the shaping of our reality through intention, noting that suffering follows a corrupted heart while happiness follows a calm and bright one. One of the mantra sutras that they have in this discourse within that's into that passage, it focuses on creating a boundless heart of loving kindness for all beings, instructing practitioners to radiate thoughts of loving kindness without obstruction. The Sutra also uses the analogy of a mother protecting a child. And with that being said, when you look into the Buddhist faith, there's many passages that speak towards the heart, which we all have beating in our chest right now. If we didn't have one, you'd be in glory right now, but we're all blessed to be alive that the heart is beating today. And the heart, to me, in my opinion, connects with purpose. Because how many times has it been, has your spirit ever quickened, or has something been put on your heart? If you could raise your hand if your spirit has quickened or something has been put on your heart at any time. You know, to me, it's put on your heart because it's something purposeful that you're supposed to manifest. It's a task or an errand or assignment or a mission that you've been assigned, and that you are the steward of that, and that you can manifest within this gift of life. So it's so important for us to understand our hearts and not let our hearts be corrupted. Now, that's easier said than done, especially with what's happening within our nation. But I was so happy to see the countless numbers of No Kings protests happening across this nation and even happening internationally. I thought that was totally beautiful. I saw videos from throughout the Inland Empire, and it's that kind of spirit. What you saw yesterday is the spirit of heart, people coming together in love and unity. You know, they're trying to paint a picture as if that we're burning and things are anarchy and chaos. But when you look at these demonstrations, they're outpourings of love, outpourings of empathy and compassion. I know some people don't see any value in empathy or compassion, but it's so important to each one of us. And if you don't know or understand those concepts, I encourage you to look within yourself, open up a dictionary and to read as well, because that's so powerful. You're trying to erase everything, all the books and everything like that. So it's so key for us to seek knowledge, wisdom, and insight through learning, through reading, through discovery. So to me, it's about being abolitionists, but being the abolition within, breaking free of the things that may have corrupted our heart or harmed our hearts, right? Things that may limit our hearts, our purpose, our desires. It's about breaking those chains, freeing oneself to be able to manifest the dreams and visions you've been given. The next thing I want to speak towards is mind, and I reference the Sikh tradition in this regard. In the Sikh scriptures describes the mind as a powerful but often unruly force that can be either friend or foe. The heart is portrayed as a sacred seat of the divine, which can only be reached by purifying the mind through the grace of the guru and meditating on God's name. Also in the Sikh scripture, you'll see references to man as a fickle entity, naturally absorbed in the world's affairs, duality, and self-centeredness. However, when tamed, the mind becomes the key to spiritual liberation and winning over the world. Once again, that speaks towards the mind, the power of the mind. Often when I do my motivational realizations thing, I often say, we have to look at this world that we're blessed to be within in a way that propels us towards our destiny or towards our mission or our dreams or visions. If you look at it any other way, it could hinder you, it could limit you. And as I said a little bit earlier, the mind is so powerful. I just believe it's our greatest battlefield, because self-doubt, self-loathing, these things are real. And sadly, when you look at this country specifically, you'll see false stereotypes and myths perpetuated with our people of color. And so often people buy into those myths, like you're not capable, like your life's not a blessing, like you're not a gift unto the world, as we each are. So it's so important to take control of your thoughts, to control one's mind. As I said earlier, not to be your worst enemy. We often beat ourselves up. We're our harshest critic. We have to be our best cheerleader. We have to love ourselves. And key part of that is being able to forgive ourselves, because we all make mistakes. I've made many of mistakes. I tell people all the time, you might not see these 1,000 invisible knots on my head, but I have bumped my head many of times, right? But what I have learned in my latter years, as I've been blessed to grow older, is that, mistakes are human, and we're human, and we all will make mistakes. And it's not the mistake that's a bad thing. It's what did you learn from that mistake? Because it could be a lesson. It doesn't just have to be a misstep or I messed up. No, it's a lesson there. Did you learn the lesson? Did you gain a lesson? And then once you gain that lesson and you apply that wisdom that you learned, that's how you become wiser. That becomes wisdom. So it's so important for us to be mindful of our mind, mindfulness, right? So that's a reference to the Sikh faith practice and how they see the importance of protecting your mind. And you have to do that because it's so many. We live in a world full of negativity, but I will always believe, even when I'm called to glory, that it's more light, there's more love, there's more goodness in the world than darkness, evil, and hate. And we each have a choice on to choose what kind of light we want to shine, what our light will be, what we offer to humanity. And I hope that you choose love. I hope you choose kindness. I hope you choose peace, kindness, empathy, and grace. The next characteristic that I want to look towards is the body. And I referenced the Hindu practice for this. In the Hindu scriptures, they emphasize maintaining the body as a vessel for the soul and the tool of spiritual advancement, not as an end in itself. Concepts of moderation in diet and lifestyle, as well as practicing the Ayurveda and yoga, are recurring themes. Now, the Ayurveda is a traditional Hindu system of medicine, which is based on the ideas of balance in bodily systems, using diet, herbal treatment, and yogic breathing to maintain balance. When I reference the body, I like to say, for me, when I say body, I mean mind, body, spirit, and soul. And I like to say the temple, because the temple houses the mind, the body, spirit, and the soul. And our light only shines for a season, but yet it's a beautiful season within life. This gift, right? It's a beautiful gift. No matter the ups and downs, the peaks and valleys, just know that our time here is limited. So I say that to say, don't get too caught up in the ways of the world and the happenings of the world. I'm not saying do not engage and pull the levers of change that you can and engage where you can. But please do not forget your dream and your vision, because that's given to you. Each one of these dreams and visions are uniquely handcrafted, and you are the steward of that. And those dreams or visions are not here to tease us. They're to show you what is actually here for you to manifest during your given time. But you have to, and this is key, you have to be willing to render the efforts. You have to be willing to till the fields. The way I normally say it is that, the seeds are designed to grow, but they will not grow in hand. You have to have that courage and that faith to pour the seeds upon fertile soil and till the fields, do the irrigation, do your part, but the seed will grow and it will provide a yield. And that yield will not only benefit yourself or your family, it will benefit so many more. It will benefit humanity. Imagine if we all planted a seed throughout our community. Say that seed was a fruit tree. How many people could be fed off of one each tree? And if we each were a tree, we got a grove now. We're an orchard now, right? And we're in the industry of making sure that everyone's fed, that no one goes without, that everyone deserves to have the things that are necessary to live a life. And that's, to me, in my personal opinion, That's access to healthcare, that's housing, that's having access to resources, given the tools and the skill sets that each needs to manifest their dreams to be successful members of not only our community, but of humanity. And that success is not just a benefit unto themselves, but will benefit all. And we also all have an opportunity to be that in our communities. So that's what the Hindu belief and the importance of body in throughout their religious texts. And finally, I wanted to look at the soul. My bad, I'm gonna back up just a little. With the body, this instrument, this vessel that we have, we are able to make impact. We are able to make change. We are able to grow things. We are able to build things. Everything in this world, if you look and take a moment to look around you, everything in this world that is man-made started with a thought and was built with one of these instruments, the same instrument that you have. What kind of music will you play? What will your song be amongst humanity? I encourage you to take time to figure out what you want to do with your instrument and what kind of song do you want sung throughout the world. I hope it's a song of beauty. I hope it's a song of encouragement and enrichment, inspiration, but most importantly, I hope it's a song of love. Finally, in closing, I want to look at the soul. And I reference, because I find it so interesting when I look at the ancient Nordic religions, right? It's so interesting because a lot of things that they believe, even though they didn't know, but it was spot on. And it's like, it's so amazing. But, from their religion, they kind of brought us or a forerunner to a theatrics. And that's just like the belief of different gods. When I read that, and some things I read were saying it's some people felt like it was a forerunner to Christianity and referencing the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. But also they have an affinity for mythological creatures as well, such as giants, elves, and dwarves. And that also made me think of the Greeks, how they believe in the Cyclops and Odysseus and Perseus and all those things. But I say all that to say, it's nothing new under the sun. Everything in our world is built off something, a forerunner, and it's all built on, just like us as humanity, we are built off the ancestry, right? Our bloodlines have come from before, and we are the latest iteration of that bloodline. And for those that choose or are able to create and provide and create life, for those that desire to do that as well, it's a beautiful thing because that bloodline lives on, and we are the living legacies of humanity. We all are that because we are family down here. It's only the human race. It's the human species, humankind. The divides and divisions are learned behaviors. So we have to do a better job of teaching one another what we are teaching our youth. And please believe me, I don't want to go too far down this rabbit hole, but certain entities are trying to rewrite history and create a narrative that they're trying to teach to our youth right now that is definitely not true. It's not a spiritual teaching, but I would say it's false doctrine. That's what I just want to say. And I got the mic, so I'm just going to say it. But definitely, when you look at the Nordic belief and when you look specifically to the soul, they talk about the aspects that help create the soul, right? First of all, let me name their like kind of three major deities. You have Odin, the father associated with war and wisdom. You have Thor, the god of thunder, and you have Frigga, the goddess of love and fertility. And this is the one point I was referencing a little earlier, how the Nordic, they see everything kind of connects to a tree of life. And they believe that in the cosmos, there are 9 worlds that connect the world, connected by the world tree or that tree of life. And I found it so interesting that there are actually 9 planetary bodies in our galaxy. So the fact that these correlations, are they good guesses or were they psychics or shamans or I don't know, but they were spot on with some things, and I thought it was very interesting. But they say in the Nordic traditions, they reference a poetry book, and me being a poet, I love that. It's called the Edda, and I actually bought a few of those because I was trying to send some into a interfaith subgroup that was held in one of the state facilities, but I didn't know that you have to have the stuff mailed directly to the place. And I was a newbie, you know, but I found it very interesting, and some of the pieces that I read were beautiful. But as far as the creation of the soul, and I'm going to butcher these names because you know they be having the letters with the different hyphens and you know what I mean. But I'm the Ogan, the gift of inspiration, thought, and brief. These are three different aspects that they believe are comprised within the soul. The hornier, the consciousness and the movement that animates the person, and then the loyura, which is the physical body and sense and the power of fertility. Those are like the three aspects that they believe creates the soul. And again, me growing up in the Christian tradition, it makes me think of the trilogy. And you'll see threes in the three has significance in a lot of different religions. But you know, what I want to talk about the soul and make this connection to the soul is that the soul desires to be filled. And to me, I believe when your soul is filled, it's filled because you're being filled with positive things, the loving things, or the things you desire. Because not everyone in this world desires love. Let's just be honest, it's a spectrum, right? But the heart is filled with the things that you desire, that you seek, that you reach for. And those things can bring fulfillment. When your soul is full, like for instance, I had the honor and pleasure of shooting a former coworker's wedding the other day, and seeing her and her partner, her husband, um, seeing the joy. She was lit. Like, you know, you really do see the light on those marriage days. I love going to see people get married, regardless of however the marriage is set up. I hope that everyone finds a partner that loves them and accepts them and encourages them. All the beautiful things of love. But you know, you see that their soul was full. They were glowing. It was like a light. It's a light there that you can see, not only through the window of their eyes, but it's an aura that surrounds them. And that same kind of aura could surround each one of us when we listen to our spirit, when we protect our mind, when we purify or purge or remove from our spirit and soul what's not needed. When we look at our heart and put the heart through the forge to burn the impurities, all these things lead to us having dominion over thyself, which we do have. And to a certain extent, we are the author of our own destinies. And I want to encourage you to abolish anything that has limited your lived experience, anything that has hindered your movement, anything that has dimmed your life or jaded your outlook. We want to break those chains. We want to remove those things from our thoughts, our mind, body, spirit, and soul, from our temples for the betterment of humanity, for the betterment of our life, and for those yet to come, because one day we will be the ancestry. But until then, we have another day in paradise, in heaven, on earth, however one describes this dimension and this lived experience, to create and start anew, renew things, and plant seeds to grow a greater yield and a better yield for those yet to come. With that being said, I want to share a poetry piece because I know I'm knocking against the time wall. But thank you, Adam. And I am a poet. I love poetry, and this is like my third or fourth time having the honor of speaking here. And I always love to. I'm a poet, so don't put me there, Mike. With that being said, I want to share this piece. A love within you, yet to be realized, undiscovered and untouched, pure and pristine. Essence of opulence, the making of you. Looking outward, seeking throughout a dying world, no thoughts of the universe within. You are a galaxy of untapped passion, infinite possibilities of fulfillment as countless suns and stars revolve. Any angle you choose leads desire to euphoria, utopia of you, where fantasies frolic as fortitude forges ahead. Wells of creativity, knowing no bottom, endless bounty, waiting upon your draw. Taste now, refreshing rejuvenation, thirst no more. Discovering this once hidden wellspring of love, unearthing this gift, the centering of you, realignment of your purpose, Your heavenly body now softly awaken, the God in you. In You by Ipyani Lockert. You can clap. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Only if you wanted to. You got free will. You got free will. And in closing, and I just want to make a brief announcement after this. Normally on my poetry pieces, I have a little part where I say like, have my branding, motivational realization. And it's kind of like a conversation that I never normally read between the end user, but this one resonated with me that I wanted to share. So you are worth more than you could ever imagine, worthy of the blessings meant for you, each uniquely crafted and freely given. These tools, these gifts, this life for you. Seize this moment while we have the time. Erect your dreams, wishes, your imagination's hope. Manifestation cannot be witnessed without the strength within you. You have been made able with vibrant mind, now releasing the burdens that you once chose to hold, now embracing this love, purposely divine and commissioned for you. And that's to me, to each one of you, that we are blessed to be alive, and I am honored and blessed to share space with you. And that concludes the sermon, or my dad, he got me, the message, the speech. Thank you. Thank you. And then as Adam shared earlier, we do have our letter writing. I definitely want to acknowledge Sister Mari, I believe. Sister had helped design that beautiful flyer. I had so much going on that she just say, hey, she knocked it out. So I just want to say thank you for that, sister. Greatly appreciate that. And then I also want to note the organizations that are supporting this. We have TODEC, obviously, who we're doing the food drive for, as well as the Riverside Interfaith Council is supporting this as well. One that we weren't able to put on the flyer was Centro de Inmigrante. They are supporting this effort as well. So I just want to acknowledge each one of those organizations. And then finally, next Saturday, and the UU Church is assisting in this as well. We have our Not Forgotten Pilgrimage with Interfaith Movement for Human Integrity, where we're going to do some interfaith solidarity prayers outside of CIW, the California Institute for Women over in Chino, and then we'll be migrating over to Norco CRC, California Rehabilitation Center, to do a second interfaith solidarity prayers there. You'll be hearing from directly impacted voices, as well as organizations and faith leaders in our community that want to see us transform our, I like to say, unjust justice system, right? There's many of things that we can change, but I could talk more about you if you want to learn more about that. But there is a QR code. I'll make sure I'll send it, the flyer and everything, to Adam that he could distribute. And then following that, we'll be having a Breaking Bread fellowship meal at a Heroes and Brew, one in Eastville, not the one right down the street. But you're welcome. Our organization will take care of the meal. I just need you to RSVP. Like, you have to RSVP if you want to attend that. But with that being said, thank you for your time. God bless you and love you as well.
Our closing hymn is number 131, Love Will Guide Us, from the Gray Hymnal. Feel free to rise or sing as the Spirit moves you. Now, please rise in body or spirit and join us in singing hymn number 131, Love Will Guide Us.
Love will guide us, peace has tried us, hope inside us will lead the way on the road from dream to living. Love will guide us through the hard night. If you cannot sing like If you cannot speak before thousands, you can give from deep within you. You can change the world with your love. Love will guide us, peace has tried us, hope inside us will lead the way on the road from greed to giving. Love will guide us through the night.
We have come to the end of our service, but not our calling in the world. We close our time together with the humble reminder that justice and equity are our spiritual practices to embrace. Each day, every day, we are blessed to be the embodiment of what is possible when justice and equity ground us in all that we do. May we go forth with the light and warmth of our chalice in our hearts until we are together again. Namaste, amen, and blessed be. Thank you, Ipyani, for sharing your valuable time and insights with us this morning. It is sincerely appreciated, and we look forward to seeing you again. We also thank Tinka Friend, who accompanies our hymns in American Sign Language. Now, Ipyani, if you're available, we will have 10 to 15 minutes for discussion following the service for those who wish to share their thoughts and observations on today's topic. Please be aware this will be included on the video that is posted. For the rest of you, you are now welcome to adjourn into the parish hall. So Ipyani, if you'd like to come up. Would anyone like to come up and share their thoughts?
Well, I thought you guys all looked beautiful today, just to share mine.
Message and the spirit, the energy, and the enthusiasm which is underneath it, because that always enhances the message.
Amen.
And gives it a strength and a weight. So I really appreciate that. And I really liked how you incorporated the mind, body, spirit, soul, everything together, the heart. It's a wonderful message for us to remember. When I first came in, I first heard, abolition. And so immediately, of course, I went to a more historical abolition. So I had actually thought, oh, I wonder if this is about, because of our UUA, because of our organization, coming to realize that the penal system is a way to perpetuate slavery.
Yes.
And has been used for a century. So I was kind of thinking that maybe that's what it was going to be, but I really, it really resonated with me, as much as I try to shed those teachings that have been, that have come to us from our society, and that limits each and every one of us. So I appreciated the message to remind me that I, as much as I try to overcome that there's more work that needs to be done for me to do that. So thank you.
Thank you, sister. And you're totally correct about the prison system being rooted in slavery. And, slave patrol was never meant to protect the people, to protect property. So you're very correct. And that's why with Miss Grace, I was kind of just wanted to speak for myself, because I wanted to come approach it from a different, like, freeing ourselves, because we got to break some chains internally. So thank you, sister. I greatly appreciate you and your husband. Just want to acknowledge my mom's twin sister, my Aunt Sandra, bless us with our presence.
Good morning, Unity.
Good morning.
Thank you, Ipyani, for reminding me. My mission is still necessary for me to fight harder and harder. Sometimes we have a mission, we fight for years to manifest those things that we are determined to destroy, and those chains that hold us back are often internal. So thank you for reminding me. It's not a racial thing. It really is a human thing.
Yes.
To
Yes.
break those chains and say, let's fight for each other.
Amen.
Let's be determined. I fight for the prison system all the time because I write letters to free those that are falsely incarcerated and those that are sometimes too long incarcerated. But I thank God for this golden opportunity to be refreshing and to remain constant and remain determined to do those things that God has put it within our hearts. So thank you for your message. It was very good. I didn't think of it as from terms of Buddhism or Hinduism, but because we are too limited by where we are. But we had to realize there's a whole world out there.
Yes, indeed.
So that this was a good message, and I thank you for it, and I am determined and encouraged by it.
Amen.
God bless you.
God bless you. I sound very love you. I just want to note something. My Aunt Sandra is a huge advocate. She has written letters on behalf of hundreds of formerly incarcerated individuals. In particular, one quick story I would like to share is that her very own son, my cousin, Noopy, Matthew Murray, he was incarcerated, him and her husband, the Crusher, my Uncle Matt. And she wrote to President Obama, and he actually read that letter and ended up pardoning her son. So she does some powerful work. And then also she does bereavement baskets. She's been doing that for probably 2 decades before I've seen others start doing. Like, our Sandra has been out there fighting a good fight. She is definitely an abolition in every aspect, and I know that she is a strong and a beautiful light for the Lord Jesus Christ as well. Definitely. Well, definitely, you guys, thank you for your time. I just want to say, thank you for your presence. And if you guys are able to join us for the letter writing, we have some snacks and refreshments, and it's going to be a wonderful celebration. Todek, someone from Todek should be coming here to update us. And if you just want to write a letter to a child or to a teenager, to a family, we encourage you just to stick around and help uplift all of our community, because we're all humanity, regardless of anything. Thank you.